in a couple days. I'm not able to hop on this weekend. It's busy. But, yeah, we're back. So, we're going to hang today. And, yeah. Not sure if you guys can't hear me or something sounds a little funky right now. I'm still working out some kinks. All over my grill. Lights all over my face. But hey, we're going to play some games. We're going to play a little Sons of the Forest today. And yeah. Let's turn this down a little bit. Yeah. We're going to play a little Sons of the Forest. Last week, we got pretty much all the flooring and started to build the outline. So we're going to keep doing this thing today. See where we get. Go from there. Y'all ready? Let's hop on. I do like this song though. But I like this creepy music a little bit better. This creepy music. Alright guys. Like I said, we're back playing a little Sons of the Forest. Let me make sure we're all set up everywhere. And by we, I mean me. There we go. I had to make sure some of my vertical stuff was good to go. Yeah. Let's hop in with it. Make sure my chat's pulled up too. So many things to remember. Whenever I take off a few days, I tend to start forgetting them. All right. Phone's blowing up. Not with good stuff either. With work. All right. Hold on one second. There we go. I'm gonna put my headphones on. That's what I'm missing here, guys. There we go. There we go. Had to make a couple changes. There we go. Okay. We are back. In this thing, we just started building the first layer of the wall. Look at this. Even Kelvin's been resting for a while. This is where we're starting today. Who knows where we're finishing? Guys, I gotta plug my phone in before she dies. There we go. Everything's a mess. I'm a mess. Not ready for this. You know, the 5 o'clock streams are tricky because I'm usually just getting off work. So I kind of get home, I rush around, and go from there. But enough of that nonsense. Let's take a look. So we're here. Got Kelvin hanging. Kelvin, why don't you just go ahead and start getting us some dang old logs, man. Everything's logs. It's a log getting simulator. That's all this is. A log chopping simulator. What am I doing? God, I'm so out of it. Why don't you fill this holder with logs? Okay. So, just as a recap, we're going to start building. This is definitely going to be a 2-story build. I haven't completely worked out how the inside's going to look. I know for a fact that this is going to be a nice wraparound patio. If you don't know, we built on this really, really high waterfall. And I'm thinking it's going to at least be 2 stories and maybe 2 stories in an attic. And also, eventually, a basement. We'll build a little subfloor here. Yeah, and it'll be sick, and then we'll close all this in. So, a lot of work to be done. I got a bunch of enemies down there, too. So, you gotta watch out for these fools. But, you know, at the end of each stream, I always, like, try and use, like, all the materials I have. But I never set myself up very well, because then I gotta go do a bunch of log chopping as soon as I get back. So, I guess let's start that. But she's... You know, hear my dog barking? She's starting to take shape even from far away, man. She's going to look pretty when it's all said and done. Going to look nice, but we got a long ways to go before then. Dude, my dogs are going crazy. Running around like... running circles around me. They got the zoomies. You may be able to... Yeah, you can see probably just like in the very low corner of my stream. Dog running in circles. They're hard to keep out of my room, you know. If I lock the door on them... If I lock the door on them, then they just bark to get in, and then I feel bad. And dogs just like to hang. No sense in being rude and not letting them in. Quit barking. Quit your yapping. Maybe I should start filling my log holders before I even hop on stream. Just, why not? You guys can hang with me while I just chop some logs. Not the most exciting, but hey. That's building for you, people. Also, last stream... Well, was it last stream? Yeah, last stream I went and got the crossbow. Made some progress just on... yeah. Made some progress on just getting some items. Sometimes you get so caught up in the building that you forget, like, dude, I still got to get some stuff to protect me because these fools are going to come get me at some point. Man, I think next time I come up here, I'm going to rerun a new line. Go a little bit farther up if I can. It's one lonely tree holding the line together. Yeah, this could be tricky. The other houses I built weren't real big 2-story houses, and I know from watching some other pretty cool streamers on here on this game that you build out a nice frame, like a full frame, and then you go in and take a bunch of logs away. And that's kind of what I did with the subfloor. You know, like I went and built everything out. And then just to kind of clean it up and, you know, save yourself on getting some logs, you can kind of go in and take the logs away that you don't need. chop a couple more trees down. Guys, I should be streaming on multiple platforms: Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and should be on TikTok in a day or two. I'm just waiting on application to go through. To be honest, YouTube's the biggest pain to stream to. I'm always having to reset my stream key, or just mess with it until it's going. But I think it's actually going now. Let's take a ride, see where we're at. Okay, I didn't know I'll quite make it in, but that's okay. This one I gotta kind of watch. Sometimes those logs will just go rolling off if they get in the wrong pattern. Kind of like what they're doing now. I really just like getting them in this other one just for the sake of them being a little closer. I'll make sure I'm still doing my survival stuff. Sometimes I get caught up in the building and I forget what the game is really about. It's really about survival. Okay, this is a good start. Let's just kind of start building. You know, honestly, the biggest pain to all this is just walking up here. I wish there's, I guess I could build steps, but yeah, you're always having to play like a balancing act. Definitely gonna at least go one more floor up. Wish Kelvin could just hand me logs up here. I need some advanced Kelvin in my life. Maybe I can even, oh, you know what? That's the easiest way right there. Instead of always having to walk the tightrope. Oh God. Super log jump. Boom. Come on. There we go. Where is he he's just stealing logs from my other holder or something to put over here. Oh, dude, always up to no good. You guys ever watch them frame a house in real time? It's honestly pretty impressive how quickly house framers can get stuff up. I mean, seriously. They can frame a full house in a couple days, to be honest with you. So none of this will be the issue, right? We all know the issue will be the roof, and it's because of the way you have to support the roof. That's why I'm thinking will at least be 2 stories, and then I say an attic, but it probably won't be an attic. It'll probably just, I don't know. I guess we'll see when we get up there. Probably be more like a, well, an attic, but just not like floored out. We can always floor it out later. Okay. So this thing's gonna be built so tall. Yeah. I wonder what would be the easiest way to now go about going through it and putting logs on the top of all these. I mean, will it simply just be something like this, you know? That'll take a while. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I've got to go like this first. Yep. Can't just go straight up. Kelvin, quit stealing logs from wherever you're stealing logs from. You keep just walking across here with logs. You should be chopping a bunch down. Maybe I should just go chop a bunch down for him to grab, and then he can just continually keep loading it up. I think that's a solid plan. As long as I'm not losing a bunch to the river. Well, there's already some up here. I don't know why he's... Well, I do know why. It's coded that way, but... I'm just going to chop a ton of logs down. Hopefully he can just gather them as quickly as possible. And then whenever I finally run out, I'll honestly just have to come over here and get them myself. Yep, we've got a bunch to grab. I am hungry, it says. Better eat something. And my goal really is to try and get this done before winter time. Also don't know how friendly this little box out is going to be, little corner. Let's get some, let's just do a little quick little food boil. I'm also thirsty. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, 1 second. I'm getting a phone call. Let's see what this is about. All right. Sorry about that. When duty calls, gotta oblige. So, will the easiest way be to just do this throughout the whole house? I think so. Probably don't have to put cross beams there, but... And then obviously I'll have to take all of these out. Good news is obviously you kind of get all these logs back. I'm gonna turn up my my mic just a bit. Seemed like it's lagging a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it's still cooking. Yeah, I think this is the method. Build out the whole interior. But we'll see, honestly. Yeah, it shouldn't matter because I won't really ever have logs on top of this. Well, the roof maybe. This is going to be tricky. I'm sure there'll be a little bit of trial and error. Maybe more error than trial. Kelvin, you just keep grabbing logs, buddy boy. You just keep Grabbing logs. So I really don't want this to be the second story. This is too short for me. I want that one to be the second story, and then maybe go just one more set of logs up, and that'll be like the attic and third story. Get some of that good boiled meat. What took me the longest, guys, was just building out the foundation over the river. If you were there for it, you know. It was tough stuff. Toughy stuffy. That's not what we want. Okay. I guess at the very least this will serve as my... It'll serve as like a ladder. Ugh! Okay, I get it. I'm on fire. Had to put my buns out. Alright, we'll let Kelvin collect over there. We will go back here to collect, but remember, I'm going to trash this. Let's pop a new zipline up. You know what? Honestly, I'd probably go this way. Maybe easier. Man, a lot of these are going to go right down this hill. I don't know if that's actually the move. I guess I could try and build like some sort of dam. Well, I guess they'll all just go down. If they go in the water, it shouldn't be a huge deal. I guess we'll see. It'll just be kind of annoying to collect them. Okay, we'll start from up top. The top chop. I did get the chainsaw. I just really don't know. Let's see. You guys can tell me. Do we think a chainsaw, the chainsaw that does use battery, is it faster? See, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, this works, and then other times it doesn't. So we are just going to abandon ship on the chainsaw. Chop this whole forest down if we have to. All right, guys, you do me a favor and give me a second. I gotta hop away for just 2 seconds. Goodness gracious. All right. Sorry, peeps. I'm back. Okay, let's get back into it. Let's not waste any more time. Waynard, what's up, my guy? We just had to take a break. Dogs were acting wild. Got to see what they were doing, but let's get back to it. a second. Again. Oh, there we go. Waynard in the building. Just doing the normal log collecting. Bro, the Super Bowl. I mean, listen. I was definitely okay with the Seahawks winning. But let's just call the Super Bowl what it was. It was a little bit of a snooze fest. It was a defensive game. Yep, it was a defensive game, and I appreciate that. But, I mean, listen. In this era, we got to have a little bit more firepower for it to be more fun. Also didn't really care. Like, I watched all the commercials. I also thought those were kind of boring. And usually I get a good kick out of most of those. There's a couple good commercials. Jurassic Park commercial was pretty funny. There was like a mayonnaise, or maybe it was a ketchup commercial with the guy dancing in a ketchup bottle. That was pretty funny. But it's all good. Good for Sam Darnold. He seems like a nice guy, so I'm happy for him. I didn't even realize my other zip line was right over here. All right, let's leave the rest. Yeah, and DeMarcus Lawrence. Being an unfortunate Cowboys fan, it was nice to see D-Law get a ring as well. He deserves it. He was a good soldier for the old Cowboys for so long. Yeah. Wish he would have obviously gotten one with your boys, but, you know, what are you going to do? Yeah, dude. I don't know when the Cowboys are ever getting a ring. It's not that I've lost hope over the years. My hope each year diminishes. I watch with a little less enthusiasm each year being a Cowboys fan. And listen, I'm from the Dallas area, all right? And I understand it's probably hard to listen to Cowboys fans pretty often, but let me tell you what. The last 30 years, it's been hard to be one. I agree, Waynard. Yep, I'll always support. I just won't put the emotion into it. Yep, I agree. Okay. Thinking. Well, hold on. Thinking that's what we have to do. You know what I'm going to do first? I'm just going to go all the way up first. I will, now that I'm thinking about it, I will have to build this whole thing out all the way across. That's right. So, you know what? I might as well just start that. If you don't know what I mean, essentially I've got to build it's probably easier if I do it this way. I've got to build the frame as high as I want it all the way across. And that's how I'm going to build the pointed roof on it. The roof's going to be very tricky. And then I go in and essentially take all the logs out. I believe that will be the best way to do this. Who knows, I could end up putting a bunch of logs in and then... Come on. You know what I am excited for, though? I've been watching, been catching a good amount of the Olympics. I'm always a pretty big Olympics fan, you know. I'm not going to sit here and act like I watch those sports the rest of the year, because I don't. But, hey, get out of here. I do get a good kick out of it when it's on. I think it's pretty cool. Always fun rooting on your country. But I'm excited for the men's hockey this year. That'll be my most watched. Probably I've watched a lot of it already, but it'll be cool seeing the NHL players get to play in again. Kind of like the Four Nations tournament last year, if you followed any of that. Yep. Wait, have the men started playing already? I'm guessing they've probably at least played like a group stage or something. I haven't seen them play yet. I've only seen I saw the women beat Canada this afternoon. But I haven't even seen any men's games. I didn't figure it was till later on next week or something. Maybe it's their... Switzerland for the men's or for the women's? Bro, get out of here. Come on. Let me pop you with this thing. You want to keep roaming around here like a crazy man. You like that? Men's. Okay, I'll have to look at their schedule. I've only seen the women play. I'm guessing they're still like in group play or whatever. Yeah, I think it was the women's. The women's played Canada today. Whopped them, too. Women's played Canada. Put the beat down on them. Not that I'm not a friend from a friend of Canadians, but... Also watched, and don't judge me, did watch a little bit of the men's figure skating today. They got this guy from the U.S. on there called the Quad God. And he is good. First guy to do quadruple axles or something. I don't know. But just the fact they're calling him the Quad God was hilarious. Okay. And, there we go. And the snowboarding stuff. The snowboarding stuff in the Olympics is always fun to watch. I watched a little bit of like their big air competitions. Those are cool. Obviously, like the half pipe's number one, right? Honestly, the half pipe or slope style. Slope style to me is kind of the coolest. They mix in a little bit of the rails with some of the bigger jumps. A lot of fun. The only thing is obviously it is a little. It's always just like, where are these guys coming from? It's always a little tricky trying to watch the Olympics in the United States when it's overseas. Just for the fact of it's hard to catch the stuff at the right times. I don't need help getting those. No. Oh, don't fall. I should have just put a log holder right in the middle of the house. Okay. Okay. No. Wow. I kind of did a little mid-air jump. That was almost game over for me. Speaking of how to save. You know, I wonder if there's a way to pull your glider out mid-air. I wonder if I like assign it to a hotkey. Oh, that's not really what I wanted to do. Nah, we just beat the Canadians, bro. We beat the Canadians this afternoon, probably like 2 hours ago. I think we beat them like 5-0. But I'm not sure who's next. Maybe the Swiss. Maybe the Swiss are next on our schedule. I'll tell you what I am going to have to do is build probably to make it easiest, honestly, would be to build a staircase up there. I kind of think it's fun having to build, like, I don't know. It's kind of cool having to build the infrastructure for building the house. There's something about that makes it fun. It's like, you know, having to build scaffolding. As I say, I was pretty sure I had firewood over here. The easiest thing will be to build. Just go ahead and build a staircase up here. Are you calling it a night, Kelvin? I don't blame you. All right. Yep. So we got to put up all the up logs. We're going to go up one more floor. And then go from there. Yeah. Yeah, we're 4 games in. I didn't know exactly how many we played, but 4 sounds mostly right. I watched the last half of the Canada game this afternoon. And like I said, we low-key put the beat down on them. And, yeah. Kelvin. All right, let's make a quick save. Let's take a quick nap. Kind of need to kill like a raccoon or something next time I see one. Look at this, one of these freakazoids putting stuff up in my... Get out of here. Up near my camp, dude. Okay. Hold on. Let me make sure Kelvin is collecting logs. I kind of wish he'd come over here. Okay. Sounds like he is. Where is he at, though? I think he's better off. I think he can do it quicker if he comes over to this area. Yeah, that's far away, Sonny. Although I'll help you get these. Okay. Come here, dude. Follow me, bruh. Okay. I want you to fill this holder, my guy. There's a bunch of logs up there, so it should be easy for you to go grab. We are going to take a ride up this way. I thought I was going to lose a bunch of logs to the river, but when I set this zip line up here, but it worked pretty well. I wonder how long it takes the trees to grow back. I do know they grow back, I think maybe 2 or 3 days. Game days. Dude, what is Kelvin stuck? Oh no, he's down there. He's kind of essential at this point in the game, just helping you trying to collect stuff, man, because doing it all on your own is a lot. Whoopsies. There we go. Keep forgetting that my zip line's actually pretty far down there. Swung that axe so hard it chopped the moss right off. Alright, losing a lot of logs to the river, which I was a little concerned of. Bunch down there. Good thing is usually Kelvin will come pick up like the leftovers as opposed to chopping trees down, which is good because I think he takes a minute for him to chop trees down. Alright, let's go get some of these logs out of the water before they get too far from stream. If I can. Thank you. Oh, come on. Let me out. Oh, guys, there we go. That way, if anyone to come flowing right there, I gotta turn my lights back on. There we go. Also realized that I'm rocking white today, and typically for Sons of the Forest, gotta rock some green. I also realize I don't have my hat on. Man, falling apart over here. Okay, perfect. This will at least act as a little dam for any logs that I chop into the river. How are you taking those all the way over there, you dummy? Okay. Oh, I need to finish putting all these supports on. Come on. Come on. After all that, it's not even what I wanted. Okay. Okay, let's... There we go. Every time I'm near the edge of this cliff, it always reminds me to hit the save button. All right. I will say I'm curious with the second story. I'll probably need to build the roof, take all the internal logs out I can, and then try and build the second story of floors. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out when we get up that far. Which are really not far. I mean, we're almost done building out. Almost done building out the second floor supports. That actually probably is good. Now we'll start adding. Well, we'll start finishing the Okay, this will be the floor of the second story. We're going to go up one more and then build the roof off of that. Well, hot dog. There we go. That actually works a little bit better. Speaking of hot dog, looks like I'm... Oh, get out of here. I have a bone collector over here. Yeah. Can make nice armor, chandeliers, all sorts of stuff out of bones. So it's kind of nice. Collect them when you can. Okay. Let's drink a little boiled meat. You know, I better, honestly, before I even do that, I better just go collect Kelvin's logs because he'll stop collecting over there. Well, maybe not. I wonder where he's going with those. Why don't you just go fill them up right there, buddy? I don't need him getting lost in the maze. The log maze. Oh, that's not really what I wanted. And this is going to be a tall house when it's all said and done. I really hope the roof, that's what I'm most worried about, is the roof having to be like super huge. Obviously I want like a pointed type roof, but I'm worried how tall it'll have to be since you can only like pitch it one way. I don't know why old homeboy doesn't just put the logs right there. Or why don't you go use the bridge, dude? Why are you going this way? Ah, it's always annoying when I do that. I mean, I will use them later, but come on. All right. Let's... I don't need to... It is just insane how many logs you go through. And honestly, this is a little bit log heavy, but not like the walls and the roof and stuff. Well, I guess the roof won't be too bad, but the walls will be extremely log heavy. We will cross that when we get there. Alright, almost time to start going up the final level. Dang it. Let me make sure I'm built out. Yeah, I got some. Let me make sure I'm built out all the way across here. Yeah. Okay. All right, now let's start. Let's start building one more level. Dang, this is going to be a little bit of a pain. I mean, how am I going to build out the floor? The second level. There's obviously going to have to be supports in place. Maybe. Maybe I build out this floor first. I'm thinking if I can get the roof on, it'll be the same. I think it'll be the same. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to just start building out the floor for the second level. I think this will probably be the easiest way. And then we'll see what we'll be able to take out. That's my biggest concern, is that we're not going to be able to take out enough logs to make it really, really cleared out in there. But maybe I just do some of these. Let's just do a little bit of the flooring. I don't want to do all of it. Oh, that's not going to work. Dang, that hurt me. I guess I can't be jumping off my 2-story house anymore. Okay, I can jump down, I just can't physically jump off. That seems to be the metric there. Oh, a little rain? This may be my first time seeing rain this game. I thought that thunder was Kelvin chopping down a log, but actually a little bit of thunder. I think I'm going to kind of just use it almost like scaffolding. We'll use the same logs. Yeah, build me a little scaffolding as I go. That'll probably be the easiest way. I feel like I've said everything's going to be the easiest way, and nothing has really pointed out to me as actually being the easiest. Okay. What? What are you shaking your head for, huh? Hmm. About to be time for another log run. I'm kind of shocked. I actually thought that last log run would do it for us, but it did not. Yep, I think that's all of them. We got a couple more over here, but I think that'd be it. Man, I'm shocked at how quickly I'm burning through logs. So I'm not shocked, but okay. Yeah, I thought that last log run would at least frame us out. Be able to reuse a lot of these once we're able to start taking some out, but till then, get to chopping. One second, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, go chopping that tree down. I don't think that produced anything. Maybe that's a stick tree. All right, come on. Oopsies. Lost my chat window. There we go. I'm like in power chop mode right now. Just gathering logs in the storm. Where's old Kelv? He's taking a break. Okay. Go slipping. Oh, come on. Come on. Thanks, dude, for putting these in the holder. There we go. Oh, no. Get out of here. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, my goodness. Having flashbacks of the old water dropping in the water. Just gotta do it very precisely. There we go. Thought about putting a dang mod on where I can at least carry more than 2 logs at a time. That's kind of what I need. But I feel like that's kind of cheating in a way. I guess really any mod is cheating, but that seems especially cheating. Guys, we're almost kind of getting kind of close on this part. And then then we kind of just keep doing the same. We just have, like, this will be the floor, but we have to figure out how to build a roof. And what kind of roof we want. I don't think I can going pointed all the way to the top. Maybe be too much. Oh my goodness. Get out of here. All right. Got a bunch of logs over here. Well, Kelvin's chopping down trees. There's a ton of logs that are already chopped. I don't know why he feels the need. Bro. Boom. Let's see if our little dam collected any logs. What? I must have got them all. Or they sank to the bottom of the river. Or they just simply went past the dam. No. And the falling is just so degrading. Okay, there we go. Nice. Man, if you had like a 4-man team, it'd be pretty impressive to watch build. You really could have one person just always chopping, and the other two is simply just being like relay people almost. Gathering and zip lining. You could have one zip line to a holder like down here. And then you could have one zip line up top where the builder was. Because I think you can have 4-man teams in this game, if my mind serves me correctly. And was it just going to rain all day? Alright. See, this is where having a floor may be a little bit needed. Maybe not. I could. I think I got an idea. I think I know what I've got to do. Build another ladder. Taller one. We just got to build a ladder up to the 3rd floor now. And we should be able to easily just walk up that way. Well, I guess I need some extra logs to do that. Extra logs, that's all this game is a bunch of extra logs, always logging. That should be enough to build a decent amount of the ladder. Not even close to what I wanted to do, bro. That's okay. Nope. There we go. Wait, hold on. These are my last 2 logs. Somehow. It's almost like a full, like 2 full holders are a floor. Something like that. Yeah, you keep collecting. Alright, after this, falling off really won't be an option because falling off will probably nearly kill me. Alright, really quick, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta take a couple-minute break, use the bathrooms and facilities, but I'll be right back. As highlighted by this message. Alright. Let's get back to it. I need to get it to where both my kick and my Twitch chat are in this little box. We'll work on that for tomorrow's stream. Speaking of streaming, tomorrow I'll be doing an 8 p.m. stream. I'll probably run till 10:30 or 11 or so. I usually run that one relatively late. But yeah, my normal schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays from 5 Central till about 7:30, and then Wednesday nights. And then sometimes I pop on a weekend. Just kind of depends on what's going on. But hard for me to commit to the weekend. And then I'm hoping tomorrow, actually, I think I may be streaming on TikTok for the first time, so we'll see. But let's get back to it. Unfortunately, it's now time to chop a bunch of logs. Maybe that's just all this game is. Honestly, to be honest, the building is amazing. I love building. And I haven't beat the game yet, so like I still enjoy exploring. But it'll be fun whenever the third one comes out, to be honest with you. Hold on now. I like to keep my Switch open on my phone while I'm gaming. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's go. Come on now. There we go. Looky, left us a bunch of logs from last time we were up here. I think that's most of them. I don't think I will because there's so many trees, but I'm concerned I will run out of easily accessible trees like that are close to my zip line when we start to build the walls. I may have to look into seeing how we can make the trees regenerate. Because they will regenerate, but I think it takes a couple days. I've never really looked into it. Wow. Guys, today we have made a lot of progress. Just taking a quick peek. That is a lot of progress. We've really framed it out. And honestly, you know, the roof... the roof will take a little bit of time. Not any longer than... what we've done so far. Alright, let's put this one down and chop a bunch more of those trees up top. I mean, we've cleared out a good portion of the forest. And I also want the trees to grow back, like, just for the sake of it looking nice, you know? Okay. Y'all keep an eye out for a raccoon or something of that sort. In fact, you know what I ought to build is a couple traps around here. I need to start gathering up on food because when wintertime comes, I'm going to be out of luck. You get so hyper focused on log gathering and yada yada, you forget to actually take care of your base. And then honestly, once we get the majority of our base done, we got still a lot of logs to gather. I mean, we're gonna have to build a wall. Kate Watson, welcome in. We will have a wall to build, but let's worry about that when we get there. Yeah, Sons of Forest is killer. It's fun, man. It's a good time. Oh, if you haven't tried this game, yeah, you ought to give it a run. It's fun. It's a good survival game. Oh, look at this. Let's see if we can hunt this bunny down. No, mainly on this one right now. I haven't honestly streamed any other games. This is my first game to stream. All right. Hold on, people. Someone's calling me. God. Spammers. How long have I been on Twitch? Not terribly long. Handful of months, I think. Well, no, I've been on Twitch longer, but I've only been streaming for a pretty short amount of time. Okay, what did I say I was going to do, guys? Build a couple traps. Look at that rabbit hutch. I wonder if you have to catch them and put them in there. I bet you do. Let's do a couple small animal traps. I don't need a ton of food because of the types of days, like the size of the days we have. But thank you. Yeah, give me a follow. Hopefully we'll see it come through. But give me a follow. Yeah, I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Wednesday nights. It looks like you may have given me a follow. Let's see if it comes through. I've really been trying to watch for the actual followed overlay, but I don't always see it. Did you see the followed overlay? You know what? I bet it'll come through whenever it refreshes. Sometimes it takes a bit. Oh, I must have missed it. Gotta be very careful walking on these logs. Yeah, I think falling down now would certainly hurt me. All right, let's just keep outlining this. We cannot fall. Okay, actually didn't hurt me. I thought it would. Okay, hold on. I gotta think about this for a second. Okay, so this is the roof. Whatever. Let's just keep on building this out. I did know that. Yeah. I think that's everyone's goal, right? When they hop on here. It's to hop on, hang with people, game. It's not really about necessarily the money for me. But I think anyone always appreciates making money. But personally, I really just like hanging, chatting with people, getting a game a little bit in the afternoons after a stressful day of work. So yeah. Boom. Yeah, it can be. I think if you get a lot of followers and really have a good system and setup going, yeah, you need an average. Well, you need 25 followers and an average of 3 viewers per stream for a month. Kind of easy. Not easy enough, I guess. Maybe my stream just doesn't have the guts because I haven't quite gotten there yet. But maybe we'll get there one day. I am streaming on not only Twitch, on Kick. I post my shorts on TikTok. I think I'll be streaming there. Yeah, just for a month and 1 week. I think I'll be streaming on TikTok here shortly. As well. This will be good firewood. Yeah, hopefully I can get some more followers and maybe we'll get there. So. But until we do, we're just going to be gaming as we are. Nope. All right. No. Not what I wanted. Thank you. Thank you for hitting the subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, I forgot to even mention I was on YouTube. The Real Nap XP on YouTube. The _ real _ NAPXP on YouTube. Wait. Oh. Nope. No, my YouTube page is a little bit lacking right now. I honestly need to do some work on it. Okay, I'm getting distracted here. It's like I'm just building a big, like, Rubik's Cube or something. That's what it feels like. Man, how disappointing is it going to be if I can't remove as many of these logs as I want to? In the center. Yeah, I need something, I need some sort of cool thing to do. Nope. Yep, that's always going to sting. Man, this is going to be a tall house. Taller than I thought it was going to be initially. But it'll be sweet whenever I eventually look down from the waterfall. Look up to it. So my guess, or not my guess, my plan is to build, whenever we get up there, I'm going to build a deck here, and then another deck up there. Let's finish, well, you know what, I'm almost out of logs. I'm going to try and finish this ground floor here. Or not ground floor, but this roof. This is the be careful. Oh yeah, sometimes the bot will do its thing and time you out. That's just the way of the road. We should be able to wait and then be able to post again. All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to do another log gather. Shoot. You know, man. Actually, boys and girls, I think here's what we're going to have to do. Yeah, let me do a quick log gather just to finish out this top piece. Whoopsies. There we go. Actually, don't know if that tree will even do anything for me. Gotta be careful not to get hit. Kelvin, gather some of these logs, dude. Come on. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and finish the, essentially it'd be the ceiling. Kelvin, bro, what are you doing? It's supposed to be crunch time. Oh, dude, what? There we go. All right, let's finish out the ceiling floor. And then we may call it a night. Hopefully we have enough logs. Kelvin, dude, what are you doing, bro? Why are you bleeding out of your ear? Dripped a little bit. All right. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, I wish Kelvin would work when you weren't playing the game. Like, if that guy could gather logs for you while the game was saved and you're off, that would be awesome. Are there? Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty cool game. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm seeing it. Bot must be timing out the chat. Okay. Almost got the ceiling, the base of the ceiling built. Boom. See if we can make the jump. I am hungry and I am thirsty. Yeah, I'll have to do something about that here in a bit. Okay. No. Must have missed a log on this one. Oh, boy. boys. I gotta be careful. That will eventually kill me. Man, I don't know if we are going to get the roof on this thing built before winter time. All right. I need to put a log there. All right. This is the start of it all. We got to build out. You got to build out the frame all inside, and then you can go in and take away logs once we got the roof built. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is where I'll be stopping today. I appreciate y'all hopping in. For those who hung out with for a bit. Although I gotta save this game, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, thanks for hopping in, everyone. We will be back tomorrow night. We'll be back tomorrow night around 8:30. And then we'll be back Thursday afternoon, same time. That's 8:30 Central. We'll be back Thursday, 5:30 Central. Until then, I'll post some of these shorts if I can get to them on my TikTok. And we may be streaming on TikTok tomorrow, but guys, take a look at all of it. She looks beautiful. Got all the main infrastructure built. Now that what's left is we will build the roof, and then we will try and take out as many logs as we can. That will be really the true test to see how far we've come. I think by the end of our next sesh, we'll have the roof completely built and the second story floor completely finished out, but we'll see. Until then, thank you guys for hopping on, and till next time.